Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home with the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on the channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. Today is Thursday, October the 14th. It is a warm 75 degrees here in the BitBoy Crypto Studios. Come to you live every single day at 11:35 EST. That's AM. Yeah, it's exciting stuff going on, right? I mean, we saw Bitcoin go over 58. Went all the way to 58,590 on ByBit, very close to that resistance level. It did not get rejected extremely hard, which is good news. So, I mean, you guys should be feeling good about the markets. I mean, we got Ethereum at 3,800, Binance Coin almost back at 500, XRP at $1.14, Solana 153 bucks, Polkadot we'll talk about 40 bucks. But the things are feeling good right now. Feels like we're right on the cusp of something good, and I think that this weekend has a lot of potential to be really, really good, I think. We'll see what happens. You guys know the weekends can be a little unpredictable, so we'll get into all that in the show. I don't know. What else for an intro today, TJ? Well, first of all, thank you to everybody for watching the show. Welcome to all of our viewers on TikTok, of course. They get the early pre-show. If you want the pre-show, you got to go on TikTok. If you, are watching on Theta or you're watching on Twitch, thank you for that. And, of course, to our YouTube viewers. I was going to say the viewers of the two, but I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah. Christopher Earl says that shirt is fire.
Oh, you like it? Now,
that last second change paid off.
It did. I had on a shirt that had llamas on it, another long-necked animal. But the only problem was it's just not a great made shirt. The collar wasn't looking great. So, and I think we're trying to lock down a Las Vegas meetup, by the way. Guys, that will most likely, this is not in stone yet. Most likely be on November the 5th. Hey, remember the 5th of November? Mm-hmm. Isn't that it? Hey, that's what we'll name the meetup. The Remember the 5th of November meetup in Las Vegas. It looks like it will probably be at the Venetian. That's where I stay. I'm always over there in the Venetian. So I'm going to play World Series of Poker next week. We're going to be doing, or 3 weeks from now it is. Not next week, sorry. We'll be having, the show will be kind of funky that week because we'll have, I'll be gone. I'll be doing live streaming from Las Vegas. TJ will be here back at the studio. So that'll be pretty cool. Ben can't relate to long-necked animals. Why would I want to be a long-necked animal?
Well,
a camel?
Why
would I want to be a camel? Want some humps on my back? I want it. Okay. Yeah. I think that I like, have you seen the guys who have long necks?
The guys that
there's like two guys I think on TikTok, and they've been like kind of in other places. Their necks are extremely long. Let me see if I can find one real quick. We'll show.
No, that's not usually what I'm looking for on TikTok.
Guy with long neck. Yeah, you stay on motivational TikTok.
I stay on crypto and digital marketing TikTok.
I wish I could find him. Kind of a lot of these are fake, but it's like kind of like this guy. Look how long that neck is.
Good Lord.
That's real. That's real. A lot of these are fake on here. Here's the other one. Here's another guy. That guy's real too.
Wow.
Oh, this is the guy that has no neck and the guy with a long neck. It's pretty crazy. Also, I got a huge announcement for you guys. I don't know if you've been seeing all this John Gruden stuff going on. He got fired. Well, our friend Mark Davis with the haircut has actually been in the news. I was looking up some stuff about this yesterday. You guys know the haircut, one of the funniest segments we ever did on the show, was talking about this guy's haircut.
Wow.
Well, coincidentally, he was just interviewed 3 weeks ago about his haircut.
No.
Yes, absolutely he was. The truth behind Mark Davis's terrible haircut.
What is it?
He likes it that way. I just blow dry it and it ends up like this. I don't really have to comb it. It's not my barber's fault with the hair. I force her to do it. He likes it. I don't know. If you're a coach in the NFL, do you want to work for a guy with a haircut like this? I don't know. I hope I don't get fired from YouTube one day for making fun of a guy's haircut. I hope that doesn't turn into something I'm not supposed to say.
You never know.
You never know these days. You never know. You never know. I can see it now. It's like 2030. They're like, details emerge of a BitBoy video in 2021 where he mocked a man's haircut. So that'll be a really funny video. Go along with my Janet Yellen mocking as well. All right, let's get into the markets. First, guys, 1.3 million subscribers. Thank you to everybody for subscribing to the channel. As always, don't forget to follow us on TikTok, got 2.7 million. We had a pretty funny video there yesterday
From the stream, yeah.
from the stream with the Ethereum. How high will Ethereum go? That was pretty funny. Had a good time with that.
Fan
Don't forget
made,
to
right?
follow us on Twitter, 591.9 thousand. It's time for our daily altcoin daily check. Have they passed us yet? Almost. They're only 1,000 behind us, so congratulations to them. We need more engagement tweets on Twitter, I think.
I agree.
Might be able to take them. 304,000 followers on Instagram, bitboy_crypto. And of course, my personal. You can get in early on this one. And this is like, when I say personal, I mean, this is like pictures I take on trips and family stuff. 2,220 followers. It's a brand new account. It's an old account, age-wise, but brand new using for crypto. All right, here we go. We got $2.397 trillion, almost a full 100 billion over yesterday. And I think this is the high, I believe. I believe we just hit a brand new all-time high on this. Or I think we did. Let's see. Let me check. I always forget what the exact number was. I think it might be though. No, it's not. The high was 305. But why is this not looking right? Oh, here's the overall cap. It's the overall cap I'm looking at, not the Bitcoin cap. That's why. Let's see. The overall high was 1.4 trillion? No. What is going on with these numbers? These numbers are not right. This is the overall crypto market cap. It's showing 300 trillion. This is not right. I don't know what's wrong with this. This is not actually working correct right now. So right now it's showing two. This is so weird. I don't know what to make heads or tails of this. It's missing a, it looks like it's missing a comma, I think. And then it's screwing up the numbers all the way down. So CoinMarketCap got that one botched up today. But we're very close to an all-time high. I think all-time high may have been 2.5 trillion. But maybe it was 2.365. I think it was 2.365. I may be wrong on that. But the volume is 110. Somebody said it was just about 2.5 billion. Well, we're very, very close. So here we are, $110 billion in volume. Bitcoin dominance, 45.2. It was at 46, wasn't it?
The dominance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was. I think you mentioned that yesterday. It was taken back up.
Well, no, it's down. It was at 46, I believe, yesterday.
Well, yeah. Yesterday it was going up. Now it's down.
It's trending back down to 45. Still over what it was last week, around 44.
Well, we finally saw some alts pump.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we saw some good movement on alts. We'll talk about that. Polkadot leading the way. Here we go for, it looks like 73.5 Paraguays. You guys can send an ETH transaction here. So let's look at some of the numbers here. Somebody said 2.56 trillion. That might be right. 2.56 trillion. We're close. We're only $1.5 trillion below that, so we're getting real close. I think what I was thinking about is this is the highest the market cap has been since all-time highs, where we had a drop, and then we were going back up, and then we dropped again. I think when we were on the way up, I feel like we hit, because we had a lot of altcoins pumping at that time too. I think we hit 2.365, so we have gotten over that local high. Bitcoin 57.4 right now. Ethereum 38.04 right now, up 10%. I told you guys this thing was coiled, ready to rip. Binance coin crushing it. I'm telling you, this thing was just at $400 a few days ago. It is at 472. We got Cardano at 220. Not really moving a lot. I mean, this 220 number has been really stable. Somebody said it went up. Refresh it. No, it has not gone up. XRP at $1.14, Solana $153, Polkadot $40.57. That's got to be. Let's see, what was the all-time high for Polkadot? Let's see, year to date, I think it was like 47 or something. 48.68. So we're only $8 away from a new all-time high here on Polkadot. So definitely something to watch. Polkadot is going to continue to rip, I believe. I think that is what is going to happen. Dogecoin up at 23 cents. So look at the biggest gainers for the last 24 hours. No surprise here, Polkadot and Kusama. And let me tell you, a really interesting prediction, I believe, or not prediction, but comparison and an idea in crypto is like, Kusama always follows Polkadot's pumps, or sometimes Polkadot will follow Kusama's pumps. But they tend to generally move the same direction at the same time. Is it better to be diversified or have all your holdings in one? What do you think?
Well,
just like something specific like Polkadot and Kusama. There are a few other examples I can't think of right now, but this is the most glaring one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, there's no one size fits all answer for anybody. Like, it depends on how much you're working with. Like if you're trying to turn 1,000 into 10,000, you're probably better rolling the dice and putting it all in one. If you've got 10,000, you want to split 5 and 5, you're obviously better covered, have less risk there. So it just kind of depends on your motivation, your time frame, what you're trying to accomplish with your coins. But I traditionally tend to go with more diversification. I'd split it over, like, if I like smart contract platforms, so if I was trying to decide between Ethereum, Cardano, and Dot, I'd put a little bit in all three. But that's just me. There's a lot of different ways to work it.
Well, I feel like this is different though, because they move together. They pretty much move in tandem. So it's not like you're trying to get diversified into two opposite assets or two like competitors. Like they always tend to move together. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's kind of like half a dozen one way and 6 the other way. You know, 6.5. I don't know how it goes. 6.5 one way and half a dozen the other way.
6 of one, half dozen of the other is what they say.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Tim says that.
Yeah, I'm not a baker, so I don't really know.
Well, that's a baker's dozen.
It's a baker's dozen.
That's 13.
Baker's dozen 13, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about floors not, or hotels not having a 13th floor?
I mean, I guess whatever.
You know that's a thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, if you're on the 14th floor, that's where they skip the 13th floor. You're really on the 13th floor anyway. They just changed the signs, so. Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't do much for me.
Somebody said bull run is over fake top. How can you think that at this point? Like how is this? The bears are running out of options here.
Yeah.
I remember I talked to Crypto Savvy he was gloating real big, like, told you better get out. He told me this on Twitter, and I told him I'm so bullish, just still bullish, standing by what I believe. I remember a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, maybe I'd asked him, what's the number to where he would say, like, okay, well, obviously at this point it's probably going to go up. Now that number changes a little bit based on the trajectory of the run, but he had told me it was $56,000 or $57,000. So we're over that now. He's about the most bearish person out there when it comes to Bitcoin. So he thinks it's going down to $7,000 or $8,000 over the next couple of years, starting now. Like it's on the way down right now. I don't think that. Oh, even Crypto Savvy is saying maybe bull now. That's what Elo Brown says in the chat. How about that? He's a nice guy, though. I don't want to talk smack about it. He's a nice guy. I like him.
We do.
So we can be vehemently opposed to people's opinions and still like people, of course.
Yeah. Love them as a person, even if we don't agree with them.
And that's why we get along so great.
It's right. It's very true.
It is very true.
All right, you ready for some Q&A?
Yeah, let's do it. Q&A.
All right. First question from Crypto JP. Is the best strategy for a bear market to put profits into stable coins and stake it until the bottom of the bear market? Love the channel. Been watching since early this year. Thanks, JP.
Here is a quick answer on that. Yes.
Boom.
That's it. That is the best strategy, in my opinion. You nailed it.
Easy peasy. Megan Gomes asks, Q&A, updated video to focus on bull run price predictions. So some predictions on top coins for the rest of this run. Just a question. Not
well, I mean, they don't want to know top coins. They want to know prices. And at this point, we've given you price predictions for what we thought for over a year on this channel for the bull run. And some of those may change. Some of them aren't. XRP targets, Cardano targets, they're still in play, I believe, anywhere between $8 to $15 for each. I specifically said 8 to 12 for Cardano, 10 to 15 for XRP. Ethereum, you guys know we had a really super bullish price prediction for Ethereum, $27,000 when we were back talking, where we were way ahead of this bull run back in March. And of course, we had the crash and we amended that because we were no longer ahead of the curve. Same thing for Bitcoin. Ethereum, I'm looking at anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000. For Bitcoin, about $100,000 to $110,000. I'm fully expecting. I think we're going to nail that price. I think we're going to nail it hard, and it's going to like it. And then so a coin like Solana is really hard to predict based on its crazy movement it's been on. I mean, we had said 500. We said 250 at some point. It looked like it was going to roll right past that. I mean, I think $1,000 is possible for Solana at this point. Polkadot, I can't remember where my Polkadot prediction is. Maybe $150, $200. Maybe, I can't remember. Maybe 100. Can't remember what I said. Dogecoin, I think it still has potential to reach $1 by the end of this bull run, depending on how hype things get. So there's just a few for you. VeChain, I mean, I've had to keep dropping on that. I believe probably somewhere around 60 cents is where that thing will end up. But, Justin Bennett on Twitter was talking about $1.60 and gave a very strong argument for that. So we'll have to see, which would be within my original range of $1 VeChain.
Yeah, I thought it was real interesting. We had a lot of VeChain questions yesterday about like, should I hold it? Should I dump it? And you were saying like, when you hear people start to capitulate on some of these bigger projects, that's when you start to feel bullish. And
it was one of the biggest pumpers yesterday.
Yep. You wake up this morning and boom, big pump on VeChain. So that's, there you go.
Yeah, it's up 6.5%. Last night, that number was a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Some more things pumped this morning, obviously, as Bitcoin went up above 58. So, or went over 58 last night, actually. But
all right. So we got next question from Jaja. Do I need to sell my compound or just hodl? Please answer. Now, you can't, obviously, this is just our opinion. We're not going to tell you exactly what you should do.
Yeah, our opinion on compound is we are out.
Yeah.
We are out on compound. I don't like the way... We are very people-oriented here. That's why I don't support Tron. That's why I don't support, obviously, I wouldn't support Bitcoin SV. I don't support Stellar. No offense, Akon, once again. I didn't know Akon. Oh, I did know he was big on... I did know that. But, I don't like Jed McCaleb, Compound, Robert Leshner, I think is his name. The stuff that he was saying after that hack was unforgivable for me. It shows the direction he wants to take. He doesn't really care about decentralization. Doesn't really care about, code is law. I definitely fall more on that code is law side for sure, along with Charles Hoskinson. I think that you should be like, here's my problem is the double standard in crypto. And this is what we're trying to eliminate, right? We're trying to eliminate this double standard between the haves and the have-nots in the world, right? And we're not going crazy on like income inequality and, we don't want there to be billionaires because I want to be a billionaire, obviously. I know in the Falcons. So we're not against people having money for sure, but at the same time, we don't like the way that the institutions take advantage of the regular person. Okay. We don't like the way the banks do that. Well, this is DeFi, right? We're supposed to be decentralized. Think about the double standard in this. If you make a mistake and you get hacked, you lose all your money. If I, as a project, get hacked, then the user still bears that burden and I don't have to take responsibility for it. I think that's exactly what Bitcoin was created to eliminate. So we will no longer support compound at all. Screw compound.
Well,
Screw
and there's so many other good projects out there. There's plenty of places to
We've
invest.
never been huge on compound.
Right.
I was more bullish on compound than Maker, but I would take Maker over compound any day now.
Yeah, and now it makes it easier when we're looking at Aave or compound. Like, okay,
Aave, that's the answer.
So next question: is the XRP end of year price getting lower with each day that the case isn't over, or will it go wherever it goes either way when the case is settled?
It's going to probably go wherever it's going to go unless we get if it's late December and it's not over yet, we would have to start looking at that. But I don't think that's going to be the case at all. I'm still being told things are wrapping up. I mean, I've got more information I can't really share with you guys right now about it, unfortunately. I should get more details fairly soon on, maybe some updates. But I'm being told the same stuff. It is still wrapping up. It's just dotting the I's and crossing the T's in the settlement is a gigantic undertaking. It's taking longer than they expected. So I think people will make fun of the timeline. We said September, it's October. People will make fun of the timeline, and that's fine. But when this is done, and you guys see that everything we laid out about this case and about this settlement comes true, you're going to understand. It's the same way we get so focused on, what's happening day to day in crypto. The big money doesn't care. They zoom out. They look over longer periods of time. Same thing with this XRP case. We're all caught up in it because we wanted the price to go up. We wanted to be over yesterday. The bigwigs, they want it over in a time frame. They don't care what day it's over. That's not how this works, where they pick a day and say, on this day it's going to be over and we're going to pump it. It's like, when it's over, it's going to be over. They are wrapping it up.
All right. This is kind of a random question. Are the gas fees on the Lambo expensive as they are on ETH?
I can tell you to fill up my tank is definitely less expensive than an ETH transaction. So, my wife and I were driving around in the Lambo, her first time in it maybe last week. And I said, I have to get gas. And she said, where do you get gas in this? And of course I told her the Lamborghini gas station. Haven't you seen it? No offense. I love you.
And
a lot of people have asked that question though. It's not just her. So
yeah.
Regular gas station, premium gas.
Yep. There you go. We probably should get some. I was wondering about maybe getting some octane booster and stuff, at least to have,
yeah.
Because it'd probably be better for my car too after they did all that stuff.
When are you going to wash your car? Your car is extremely dirty, TJ.
It is dirty.
You see my demon out there. Allison's washing it right now.
I was thinking about doing it today. Somebody cut grass 2 days ago and sprayed crap all over the side of it.
I hate when people cut grass.
Yeah, especially when my car's parked there.
It seems very anti-environment to cut your grass. I mean, what did it do to you?
Yeah, true. It's rude. Yeah. Justice Beaver, are we going to see a big move with the NFTs when the Coinbase marketplace launches, in your opinion? We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show for sure. But what's your opinion on that real quick?
I would say yes. I mean, I definitely think we will. I mean, supply and demand is going to be overwhelmed at that point with the demand. So will it happen that day? I don't know. The better question for me is what time frame is this coming out in? And we just don't know yet.
Right.
Has there been a proposed time frame?
No, but there is. Well, I'm not sure. The story today, though, we're going to go over how many people are on their waiting list. It's already more active users than OpenSea already has. So,
well, I'll have to call Uncle Brian on this one.
And then a couple quick hitters. A lot of questions about the ETF. Do you think this is going to be a buyer of the rumors, sell the news thing on the 18th here with the ETF, or is it just...
if it doesn't get approved, we'll probably see a decent pullback,
right?
Because people are expecting it at this point. I'm not expecting it. Do I think it's going to happen at this point? Like, the information seems to overwhelmingly point to it's a possibility. I personally still don't think it will be approved, but look, I would certainly love to be proven wrong on this. But what I have been told about it is the chances of it getting approved now are better than the chances were of it getting approved a couple months ago. So it definitely might happen. But if it doesn't get approved, we are going to see a pullback. But we're going to see a twofold pump from this. We're going to see the one pump on the news when it gets approved, and then we're going to see a pump when it actually comes into fruition and people are able to actively invest in it.
There you go. And then a couple quick hitters. Somebody asked about our thoughts on Matic. Seems pretty static lately, which is true. However, I will say we see a lot of people building on it and using it.
We're using it.
Yeah. From the dev side of things,
Absolutely.
It's very necessary and needed for the network. So sometimes that doesn't always show in price, but...
Primed for pump.
Yep. And then last question. What does Ben want for Christmas?
What does Ben want for Christmas? I want the BitSquad to like this video. All you got to do is just hit the like button, and I'll be happy for Christmas. Viewers, 11,500, 2,000 likes, under a 20%. I don't like that 20% initial, like ratio. We got to get more people in here that are passionate about hitting that like button for us. It's the number one thing you can do to help the BitSquad and to help more people see this video. Look, here's what I'd say. What do I want for Christmas? I'm a very simple man when it comes to gifts. When I want things, I generally go buy them, as a lot of men do. And TJ probably does the same.
Yeah.
You know what I want for Christmas? I just want to be with my family. I want to, get my kids some gifts. I want to give my wife something nice. That's what I get much more out of that than I do out of getting things, for sure. So,
it's tough to buy. I feel like I know I'm a very hard person to buy for. You probably are too. Because you're probably very good at buying for yourself, probably better than everybody else. Like we are at most things, I guess. But it's tough to buy presents.
My wife gets real creative with the gifts. So.
I already know what I'm getting you. I have something pretty cool on the way.
Oh yeah. It's on the way. It's not in the room right now.
No, well, that's something else.
Okay, gotcha.
That's a birthday present.
Stuffed stocking.
Yeah,
stocking stuffer.
Exactly.
I like that.
Very stuffed.
So you got me something for real?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was back ordered. I don't know if it's gonna be here by Christmas, but it was something cool and unique that I found that I was like, oh, this would be something good to get. It's kind of a present for myself too. So I'm one of those boomerang gift givers.
Oh, it's like lingerie or something.
Yeah. Okay. You got it. Nailed it.
Nice. Nailed it. Well,
yeah.
All right. let's move on. That's a fun question, though. Let's look at the charts, guys. We got some really interesting stuff developing here on the daily chart for Bitcoin. And in fact, we just had a change in this. Down here where I had circled the red dot on yesterday's momentum wave, well, a green dot had popped up for today, and it has actually disappeared. It did not confirm. Now, I do believe by the end of the day, this probably will confirm. If not, it will hit tomorrow. We were talking about yesterday how this candle was bouncing up above the EMA ribbon here. Now we've had a candle that not quite as bullish, honestly. I mean, this is kind of you would look at this, and this would be a standard candle that you would say is a bearish candle because it spiked and then it immediately got pushed down and rejected. The only thing I would point to here, though, is that it got rejected at pretty much the exact resistance line that we saw develop back here. So let's see, where is this? About right there is where that would be. Shift. There we go. Can I stretch this? God, I wish I could.
Not the first time you said
It's pretty
that.
close. It's pretty close. I need to redo this. God, this is awful teaching.
I know. I took it off the screen.
Thanks. I'm so embarrassed right now. Why do I do this?
Well,
Why do I not use the iPad?
well,
It doesn't work either.
yeah, it's even worse.
It's even worse. Okay, let's see here. Where about right. So this is 59,000 basically. You also could draw this line at like 58.7. I was here at 58.6, but 58.7 will also work. So the point is, these are the major resistances. This range basically. I could have drawn a box actually, and you would have seen how many times this box got hit. And what we're seeing right now is we basically got rejected off of this. Major resistance. Now look, when I say major, it's not really that bad. What I mean by major is it's the last resistance we really have. Okay. This is the last resistance before we start heading back to 60,000 and above. And so it's major, not because it's a super strong resistance. I don't think we're going to have a big problem getting over this. We could be over this by the end of the day, honestly. We could be over by tomorrow. I was told 57,000 looked like it was going to be some resistance after we had that recent dump down below it. But then the momentum upwards cleared it away immediately. And I think that really shows the momentum of this bull run right now, and that we are really starting to head back to all-time highs. I mean, I said last week we could easily be to 60,000 this week. And look, we've gotten close. We got all the way basically to almost to $59,000. Well, I'm going to say the same thing. We could be back at all-time highs by next Friday. By next Friday, we could be back at all-time highs. Now, the question is, and I think this is a good, thank you for that super chat there, Grice Finance. That's probably a coin they shilled, but, good job.
All right.
Yeah, good job. Here's a good question. What do you think is going to happen when we get to 64,000? Do you think that is going to act as resistance, or do you think we're going to blow right through that?
Whew, that's a good question. I actually think we'll probably see a little resistance right before 64. And then once we, maybe 63, maybe, between 60 and 63, maybe. And then once we hit 64, and a lot of it will obviously depend on what the volume is when that's happening. But if there's enough volume, I think when we hit 64, we blow through it, especially if it happens to be around if it's happening close to that ETF and then the ETF gets approved, I think it's game time once we break new all-time highs and go into discovery.
Yeah, I mean, Chris said on the show Tuesday he thinks it can easily go to 75,000 in short order here, and I think it's true. Man, when you really think about what we've talked about for months now, ever since this dump, which was middle of July, price was going to go up. We saw that happen. It's going to end in the fall, and I really think that our messaging here is going to be really important as people start to understand it's going to get very violently parabolic very quickly, but it's going to turn just as quickly.
Yep.
And it's not going to be the thing where we're going to see dramatic pumps for the next 6 to 8 months. We're just not going to see that. That is not going to happen. And so we're going to be probably one of the only channels that is here telling you guys that you need to, as we start getting to these higher numbers, as we approach $100,000 to $110,000, you need to consider taking profits. And that's not something a lot of people are going to be, they're not going to be happy about when we're giving people that message. But we believe we're going to probably save a lot of people from riding all the way back down to the bottom. And that's what we want. That's what we want for you guys. I wish sometimes I could really like accurately portray how much we care about the financial situation of the people that watch this channel.
Yeah.
We want you guys to do well. And when we go to meetups, when we talk to people that have made millions of dollars or made hundreds of thousands of dollars, for some people, they made $3,000. And that's huge to them. Okay. That would have been huge to me just a few years ago. Okay. We love to hear about these success stories and people doing well. And that's what we want. We don't want to have a community that listens to people that are saying it's going to go to $300,000, $400,000 when it's just not going to do it. No offense to those people. They have their opinions. But I believe I have more than opinions on what's going to happen here. So
we got life experience, and we want people to change their lives like we have. And like you said, 3,000 might have just as big of an impact on somebody's life as 30,000 does on somebody else's. So, we're all in it together.
Dapper Crypto says he spends all his money on all his coffee money on super chats. Well, I hope you stay caffeinated, my friend. I hope you stay.
Well, we'll have to watch Crypto and Coffee with Hoshoshi.
That's right. We love Hoshoshi. You guys watch Hoshoshi? Why is he hadn't been on the show in a while.
Yeah, we need to get him back on.
Shannon Sharp says, "Oh, that's sweet. I hope soon I can buy gifts for my kids this Christmas. I'm excited. Manifest success." That's we love hearing that stuff.
Yep.
We hope that's going to be the case. I know last year for my family, Christmas was good. This year we're kind of in a situation where like I could make Christmas really great, but then like I don't want to spoil kids. So yeah. we gotta you got to balance that. Those different challenges.
Yep. Those are the challenges we hope for.
Absolutely. All right. So here we go. Moving on. Bitcoin bull target prices above $58,000 ahead of Friday's $820 million options expiry. How do you feel about the word expiry? Do you like it?
Don't have feelings about it.
I hate the word expiry. Can we just say expiration? I mean, do we have to? I don't know. I hate the word. Interesting. $820 million in BTC options expire on October 15th, and data signals that bulls are set to celebrate another positive week. Everyone is talking about a six-figure Bitcoin price now that the digital asset is broken out of its multi-month downtrend and confirmed that a bullish trend is in play. Now this is interesting, isn't it? If Bitcoin happens to enter a parabolic move towards $110,000, now where is this number coming from? It says that it would finally match Plan B's stock to flow model prediction. This is the median line for where it should be right now, and we're very far from that. But it moves up slowly. It goes sideways for a long time here. So basically, if we got up to 110K, it would hit against that median line for the stock to flow chart, and it would bounce back down. And then that median line would become a new type of resistance, which we believe is going to happen. The scarcity and valuation of gold and other precious metals and Elon Musk's energy FUD and China's mining crackdown are a few of the factors responsible for the past 5 months of 50% or higher inaccuracy of the model. And you guys can see that we go to, what is the site we go to for this?
For what?
The Nupal. What is that?
Glassnode?
Glassnode. Why can I not think of that? Glassnode. We go to the new. I don't want to go to the Nupal. I want to go to the stock to flow deflection. So hold on. Stock to flow deflection. This actually puts this number into a pretty chart here, where you can see we'll go for the last 3 years. You guys can see how far below. This median line is exactly where the price of Bitcoin should be. It changes daily, but right now, that number, it doesn't reflect it on the chart here, but that number is $110,000. So now we're only at about 50% of that number. Well, now we're closer to about 60%. No, maybe 52 to 55%, somewhere around there of that number, but we're still lagging behind. So you can see it is on a positive uptrend. I'm not sure we're going to peak into the red again here. I think we may bounce right off this line and come down, but very interesting stuff here. Here is a parabola showing Bitcoin going to $77,000 by the end of the month. That looks pretty fun. I will tell you, these parabolas here, I don't see them really playing out a lot. Maybe I'm crazy on that. I remember we were looking at some of that stuff for Ethereum in January and February, and it didn't hit at all. But the aftermath of China's mining crackdown was an important event. October 8 expiry was profitable for the bulls. We talked about that, how it was hundreds of millions of dollars that they made. So bulls have a reason to push the price above 58,000. We get this article every Friday that breaks down the price points. And a $58,000 price for today would make it extremely bullish, resulting in $350 million. As of right now, we are a little bit below that number at 57.3. I can easily see Bitcoin until things expire later today hovering around this number. 58 is just maybe too bullish of a return for the bulls. A lot of people aren't going to want that. We got this story here. New tickers and ARC filing shows Bitcoin futures ETF approval imminent. According to Bloomberg senior analyst Eric Balkunas, he's the guy who said I think there was a 75 or 80% chance it gets approved.
Senior ETF analyst.
Yeah, he's the one on Bloomberg that talks about ETFs. Says there are good signs SEC will approve Bitcoin futures ETF application from ARK Invest and Valkyrie. Well, that's interesting because that was not. What is the date on that, I wonder? Because that's not the one we were looking at.
No, those are more.
Right.
ProShares is the main one that everybody's.
Well, I'm looking for the date. Like, when's the date they have to decide it by? Is it in here
for ARK?
For ARK Invest?
I'm not sure.
Can you try to look that up on
what? What October 13th is that? ARK Invest Bitcoin futures application. Oh, they did the application on the 13th.
Where is that date? Right here.
Up. It was highlighted. Right there. That paragraph.
No,
that's when they filed it.
They just filed that?
That's what they're saying.
I think that ARK Invest has been going for a while, I think.
Doesn't the headline say new ARK Invest application?
No, new tickers and ARK filing show Bitcoin futures ETF. So new tickers. Well, let's get into that.
Yeah, why don't we just read it?
Yeah, but I was looking for a date specifically. Could be because this is not October 18th. That's not the date this has to be signed on. No. And I will tell you, if it's October 13th, that means it's probably the end of November, beginning of December somewhere. I can't remember if it's 45 or 60 days.
I think it's 45.
I think it is 45 days. So that would put it at the end of November, which would be very interesting. But okay, it says here that Balkunas also pointed out. Well, let's go back up. According to Bloomberg analyst Eric Balkunas, firms typically update their proposals when they have everything set and ready for launch, suggesting that Valkyrie may soon be given the green light by the U.S. SEC. And this is based on there's now a ARCA ticker, and Valkyrie has a BTF ticker. So they've already been given these tickers.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting approved. Right?
Seems like it.
We haven't seen this with anything else.
Yeah.
Interesting. Balkunas also pointed to ARK Invest Bitcoin Futures ETF application on October 13th in partnership with 21 Shares and White Alpha Architect White Label, noting that the assigned ARCA ticker was another good sign the SEC was set to give a tick. Valkyrie just updated their Bitcoin Futures ETF prospectus. They added the ticker BTF, although no fee still. Can't say this is a done deal, but good sign. People keep asking me what I'm looking for to confirm SEC approval, and is that these type of updated prospectus filings. That's what happens right before a launch. They fill in all the X's and add a ticker. That said, this is a Bitcoin, or this is Bitcoin, so WTF. No. Now, okay, I think I'm starting to understand this here. Okay, so I think what's going on here is they're saying that they refiled it. Like once things get very close to approval, they actually refile it. And they would have refiled it on the 13th. Because I'm pretty sure.
Like refile it with all the little details filled in. Yeah.
ETF. Let's see. Bitcoin. Because I know this was launched here. This is a team for this. Maybe this is a different one than their original one. Let's look at the news and go back and see how far back this goes.
And I'm pretty sure the ARK Invest ETF was one that was talking about physically settled, actual physical Bitcoin settling, not just.
That's the 33 versus the 40
paper.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was already an ARK Invest. I don't think that was launched 2 days ago.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. This wasn't launched yesterday. We've known ARK Invest was trying to do an ETF for a while, much longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I guess it's a possibility that they had announced it. I can't find the date on it, but maybe they had announced it. Now this official filing. I don't know. It's hard to really say. This stuff's so confusing. Perma Bear, Mr. Whale, downplayed the significance. What? Who cares about Mr. Whale? Mr. Well. Who cares about Mr. Well? He said it may gain exposure to Bitcoin via traded funds in Canada. There's no mention of the word. He is basically saying, no, this is for Canada. No, that's stupid. So, okay. And we know this is what we were talking about earlier. Future ETFs filed under the 40 Act, which Gensler loves. These are ones that are physically backed by Bitcoin, are very much alive and likely on schedule. We think 75% chance in October. So pretty interesting stuff going on with this ETF. I'm going to be shocked, honestly, if it gets approved. The closer it gets to it and the more this news comes out, I'm less and less shocked. But if you would have told me 6 weeks ago that we were in October going to get an ETF approved, I would have said you were crazy. So things change really quick in this space.
That's what I was about to say. It's always no matter how long you're in this, it never ceases to amaze me how fast things can change. How fast people can go from bullish to bearish. How fast they can switch back from bearish to bullish. How fast they can go from regulation that says, oh, no, it's going to take us forever to get this ETF to like, oh, it's going to be approved in 3 weeks. And then that could be the thing that changes everybody from bearish to bullish. It's wild.
Gosh, so crazy. We've been dealing with this for so many years now.
Yeah, it is.
So many years we've been dealing with these ETF news, and when it finally, what's funny is we were on the phone with Jacob Canfield today.
Yeah.
About some trading stuff. He's a good friend of mine, and what's so funny is the first time I ever met him, the first time I ever talked to him, was the day that we got news that the first ETF had been rejected. And that was in August of 2018.
Fun times.
Maybe it was about to it was right around the time where it got rejected. Maybe it wasn't the exact day, but it's just funny. Like now, 3 years later, we're still talking about the same stuff. And it's gone in waves where like sometimes we didn't talk about it for a long, like earlier this year in January and February wasn't a major focus, but this has been the biggest story in crypto, for a long time, really. The biggest kind of like hanging thing over crypto along with regulation is when were we going to get this ETF done? So, all right. So Mark Cuban says Ethereum has the most upside as a crypto investment. How about that? What do y'all think about Mark Cuban?
I think he holds a lot of Ethereum.
Yeah, he does for sure. Though the crypto market has exploded this year, not all digital coins and assets are equal, according to billionaire investor Mark Cuban. Investing in iron finance is always a great idea. No, that's not a quote. That's not a quote from the article. Sorry, that's not a quote. When asked what crypto he'd suggest for beginners or new investors in the space, Cuban explained how he views most of the popular digital coins. As an investment, I think Ethereum has the most upside, Cuban tells CNBC Make It. And Bitcoin is better than gold. I mean,
some big statements there.
I mean, stuff we've been telling you for years on this channel, really.
Yeah.
To learn about crypto and the space's rich communities can impact markets, Cuban recommends meme-inspired Dogecoin. Definitely not a message you hear on this channel. He also recommends Dogecoin for fun. What does that mean? What does have fun with Dogecoin mean?
I mean, I would think most people think that what makes it fun?
It's for fun.
They want to make money. That's the only thing fun about it.
There's nothing fun about Dogecoin. There's nothing fun about Dogecoin. There's fun in making money.
Right.
There's fun in being in a community, learning while people are making money. Well, let me tell you, in April of next year, Dogecoin ain't gonna be fun. Y'all are gonna be having fun making memes. You'll be having what is that? God, what is it called when you have something that you really like that's kind of like maybe embarrassing or something? What's that called?
Something you like a lot that might be
a guilty pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You might take guilty pleasure in seeing bearish Dogecoin you're having is a misery. You can commiserate with people as the price would be back down probably, who knows, down to 5 or 10 cents, by the end of next year. So I think that really what you have to do is get rid of this idea that meme coins are fun. Making money is fun. That's it. There's nothing more to it. This fun thing is this random thing created to hype and pump the coins. You're like, oh, it's so fun. It's not even like a real thing. It's not something tangible. You can't hold it. You can't play cornhole with it. Can't hit your buddy in the head with it. Those are fun things, right? What can you do with it? Nothing. You can spend it. You're not going to want to spend it when the price is dropping, though. So there's no fun in meme coins. Did we go down?
It's struggling.
Why are we struggling right now?
I'm not sure. Like if I look at, like we're up on Theta, and it's going in
But
and
Twitch
out.
is down also.
Yeah, they're both. YouTube might be back now. They're both struggling.
Both struggling. Yes, Juggy TV said fetish.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too when you said that. Oh, Juggy's back.
Twitch is down. Hack is down. YouTube's guilty pleasure.
YouTube is not receiving.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. You put yourself on the screen.
Yeah, it might be back right now. I don't know if we're up or not, or if we're lot. Oh, well, this isn't even working. Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know if we're live or not. Looks like Twitch we're still down. YouTube we might be up. Frank, if you want to go pretend you're hosting the stream, feel free. Oh, we are back on Twitch. It's just delayed. So, oh, Frank's up there.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto.
Read the article. Tell them what you think.
What do we got?
Mark-
Cuban also recommends Dogecoin for fun, he says. So if you like losing money for fun, definitely check out Dogecoin.
There you go. So Ben's in the bathroom right now. Oh God, it's still cutting in and out.
We still got to get that camera set up in the bathroom so we could stream on the toilet.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's cut. Just keep going, Ben.
Celeb shots.
Oh, it's Deezy.
All right. So Cuban, he's also recommending Dogecoin for fun, he says. You know, I mean, this Cuban guy, he's all over the place. I think he has a little Solana thing coming out pretty soon too. He is the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah. They put that in every single article.
I mean, it's hard to not say that once you know, I used to be obsessed with Shark Tank. I love Shark Tank. Probably my favorite is Mr. Wonderful, even though, you know. Oh, wait.
What are you doing?
He was trying to take over.
I took a potty break. Sorry.
Yeah. I think
It was down for a second. I took advantage of it. Is that okay?
it's okay.
I had to drink so many liquids. You guys have no idea how many liquids I drink in the morning. It's insane. It's a miracle I don't have to pee every show.
Well, just keep,
Cranberry juice, protein, water, throaty Cody, bulletproof coffee. Okay. All right, cool. Now, is Twitch still down?
it's going in and out. I don't know. It seems fine on YouTube. Twitch is I don't
Okay.
know.
Well,
Just keep going.
Twitch will stay there. They're dedicated. We love the Twitch people. We like YouTube too.
Yeah.
TikTok was here the whole time.
Hey, TikTok.
TikTok got to see me leave to potty. So, all right. Why Cuban sees value in Ether, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin. Now, we talked about the fund. That's where we were at. This isn't the first time Cuban has touted Ether, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin. Smart contracts or collections of code on the Ethereum blockchain really changed everything in the crypto space. Shark Tank investor and Dallas Mavericks owner said on the Delphi podcast in April. That's because smart contracts are able to do so much, including power decentralized finance or DeFi applications and NFTs. So, Mark Cuban's given you the basic loose talking points on why Ethereum's great. We tell you this all the time, obviously. So, it's amazing when Mark Cuban says it. People are like, "Oh my gosh, Ethereum!"
Yeah. That's what cracks
When
me
we've
up.
been telling you to buy Ethereum since it was under $200 or under $100, we don't seem to get the same kind of clout. So it's very laggy.
It is lagging. I mean, we just need to keep going.
What is the problem? Do we know?
It's not pushing
Internet?
enough signal through to YouTube. YouTube isn't receiving it. Twitch is
Okay.
having the same problem. It's a vMix issue, I guess.
Yeah. Do we want to try to refresh it? Maybe. Close it and reopen it?
Sure. It's gonna. Yeah, sure.
You guys wait 1 second.
Well,
too late.
Now it's all. Now I'm showing good across the board.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. How about this, guys? We got this big news. Ripple becomes part of the Digital Pound Foundation. And I was told that, continue to watch, the closer we get to wrapping this up, the more you're going to see Ripple news as they're moving on now that everything is in the clear, okay? Now, they know internally everything is on the clear. Now, you don't know that as a person, as an investor yet, other than what we've told you, but they know. Ripple, a digital payments decacorn. Decacorn?
What the?
What is a decacorn? It's like a unicorn with 10 horns?
Yeah, 10 horns.
That's horny.
That's very.
That's a
horny.
lot of horns.
Might be.
I've never seen anything that horny.
Well, you sure about that?
TJ, I was trying not to. I mean, I was being serious.
Oh,
like it's got a lot of horns.
Yeah, right.
God,
You sounded
it's a
very-
family-friendly show, TJ. You always got to take it that extra step.
Oh, it's me.
Yes,
I always take it.
you're like a
deck.
decacorn.
I am like a decacorn.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God! Somebody clip that. Where's
You
T
walked
Salty
into
when you
that
need him? Yeah,
one.
I did. I
Yeah.
did. I got poked too.
Literally.
Ripple Digital Payments Decacorn emphasizes its bet on the stablecoin segment with the new partnership. Its officers will accelerate the progress of CBDCs pegged to the Great British Pound. Ripple Inc. to support the transition to stablecoins, according to the official statement by Ripple shared on its website. It joins UK-based nonprofit Digital Pound Foundation as a foundation member. Of course, this is the currency of England, or is it the currency of the UK?
The British pound.
Is it just Britain? They have different money in Scotland and Ireland and Wales.
Yeah, certain places they use the euro. I don't know where all the.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Because we were Ireland is still in the yeah. It's just Britain that left the. Well, they called it Brexit. That makes sense. Trying to understand European politics is hard. She stressed the importance of this partnership for the evolution of the global financial system. We are excited to support the design and implementation of a digital pound in partnership with the Digital Pound Foundation. The foundation will help advance the UK's goal to build a more inclusive and sustainable financial system. The Digital Pound Foundation. That's a really interesting name. Ripple adds that experiments with GBP-based CBDCs will help the UK ensure its place in the global financial landscape of the Web3 era. Of course, here, I told you guys this. Here is another narrative for Ripple that we are going to continue to see in XRP. Carbon friendly, carbon neutral, not bad for the environment. You guys remember that's very important these days. So we also have this story. Ripple's nearly 30,000 questions could break the SEC's #1 claim. And we already know this is done, but we'll fancy the story for a moment. It blows my mind that the SEC is not reviewed already and is arguing that it's unduly burdensome that it actually reviewed the contracts it is suing about. The SEC's responded to Ripple's opposition to the SEC's request for a protective order against the nearly 30,000 requests for admission. It's a lot of requests. They should join Request Network. The original SEC filing, which we covered as Ripple buries SEC in paperwork, argues that the RFAs impose an extreme, disproportionate, and unnecessary burden on the agency. Oh, how sad. The burden on the agency. We feel so bad for you, SEC workers. What? You should start working remote. That's what they should start doing. I mean, how do you think this is so stupid? How much sympathy do you think that the people that go after get? Do you think that they say, oh, well, you know what? You know, we're requesting you to come up with all this paperwork, Company X. It just seems overly burdensome. It's going to overburden your workers, and we don't want to take part in that.
Right.
It's just the double standard. It's just so ridiculous. It says an excessive request on the ground that they are abusive, unreasonable, and oppressive. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. SEC says many RFAs are duplicative, disputed, irrelevant, or objectionable. Attorney Hogan somewhat expresses sympathy toward the SEC. Well, Jeremy, we can't do that. We can't express sympathy for the SEC. I mean, let's see what he says here. I like Jeremy, but as to whether the SEC must respond to Ripple's 29,000 requests for admissions, I'm on the SEC side. Only if it's football. That's the only thing I got to say. If it's football, I'll be on the SEC side, but that's it. To a large extent, adding, it blows my mind that the agency is calling unduly burdensome a task that makes them reviewing the contracts it's suing about. This is exactly what Ripple argued in its response, calling the SEC negligent. This is all political theater, though. I mean, this is all for fun. Do you think Jeremy knows this? Do you think he knows this is all just for fun, or do you think that now Dogecoin not for fun, Ripple SEC lawsuit just for fun?
Yeah, I think they all look at it like, what's in it for me? You know, so he's getting his name out there, getting the exposure, but I don't think, a lot of these people involved in this do know it's all theater, and they're happy to play their part.
Yeah. Assassinization says has been single, and then Shannon responds, said, I'm married with children, but I do want to point out, while I did sell shoes for a decent part of my life in the younger years, I did not score 4 touchdowns in one high school football game. So, do you get that reference, CJ?
Nope.
God.
I mean,
Polkai. It's an Al Bundy reference. Married with
got
Children.
it,
You
got
see that?
it,
It was a
got
great show.
Yeah.
One of the greatest shows of all time. in
it.
my
Little
opinion.
before my time, but
Little before your time. The rewatch value on that, it's like Seinfeld.
well, I have
Extremely
seen
high.
it. That's how I know it's a little before my time because all I saw was reruns on,
Yeah.
TBS or something like that.
It was a very, very, very good show. Almost 1.1 million people have already signed up for Coinbase NFT waitlist. Sanshan Sashina, the vice president of product at Coinbase, I have no idea how to pronounce that. I think that maybe that was right. Said yesterday that the insane amount of traffic from signing up to the waitlist temporarily broke the site. Well, it's not hard to break Coinbase. It breaks all the time.
I was gonna say. So does any NFT launch? So
Yeah, exactly. There have already been more than 1 million signups for Coinbase's NFT platform since the waitlist went live on Tuesday. Well, this is interesting. You see it? Tuesday. Never seen
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I mean, this is Southern. This is how we say it down south. Well, it's on Tuesday. So I guess they just took that to heart.
Yeah.
Coinbase opened up the waitlist via a blog post announcing its upcoming NFT platform, which is slated to launch later this year. The platform dubbed Coinbase NFT will initially support the ERC 721 and ERC 1155 token standards. Plans to expand other blockchains in the future. Those are the main Ethereum NFT token standards. 721, of course. I believe it was a 721, which was created by the founder of Engine.
Mhm.
Were the 1155s also?
I believe so.
I think so.
I want to. Yeah.
He's a CTO of Engine. God, I can never remember his name. Why can I not remember his name? Let me look it up.
I think they did both.
Engine CTO. Vitek Radomski. I want to say Radomski, but I can never. I don't know why his name escapes me whenever we talk about this. Did he create those as well? Vitek.
Somebody said TJ equals Bud Bundy.
ERC 1151s. Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's in this article right here about it. So, yeah, he's the author of the 1155. Maybe he's not the author of the 1155. Maybe he's not the author of the 721s.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it might be just the 1155s. But it's like half the token standards. Yeah, exactly. So there were ERC 20s and ERC 721s around, and he created the 1155s. That's right. It's hard to keep all that stuff straight. Let's see. If Coinbase user base is anything to go by, around 68 million verified users and 8.8 million monthly active users as of Q2 2021. T-Platform could soon provide some serious competition to giants such as OpenSea. According to data from DApp Radar, OpenSea has a rolling average of 260,000 users. Coinbase, this is so insane here.
That's it right there.
Yeah. Coinbase's NFT waitlist is already larger than OpenSea's wallets. Probably something. Yeah. You think?
Probably something. That's a good way to say it.
Probably something. According to the fine print, the Coinbase NFT platform will initially be available to United States customers over the age of 18. This is a question I get a lot. I don't even know the answer to it. How do you get into crypto if you're under 18 years old?
I mean, you just do it. Decentralization, am I right?
Well, yeah, but you have to start with crypto somewhere. Like you have to have an on-ramp to get money in.
Right. You can still have a bank account once you're 16, right?
Yeah.
So you could use a non-KYC platform with a bank account, or you could just use
but I really don't know of any American ones where you can do an American debit card. Well, ask the people. If you guys know of a way for people under the age of 18, now we're not talking about 6-year-olds. You know, my 6-year-old has some crypto.
I would
but he's
generally
special.
say they borrow from their parents.
Yeah. What about your parents are against crypto? So that's where it gets tough because we've got an older generation, my age and up, that we have a lot of those people in here, and they're great, and they're very ahead of the curve. But a lot of people in those age groups that are against crypto, especially the Fox News crowd. No offense to the Fox News crowd. I'm just talking about people in that age demographic. I mean, honestly, like people who I talk to, you know, that are against crypto. It does have to do with it's criminals. They hear all the talking points and stuff like that. But, you know, if your parents are against crypto and you're 14, 15, 16, you're trying to get into it, then I don't know if there's a good option there. So
That's why I think gaming is going to end up being big in, you know, where you're in-game earning, in-game items that you can sell for crypto, and then you've got a little crypto wallet and a little crypto to work with. I think that's going to be big.
what about this? Coinbase calling for all NFT artists. I may quit. I may go be an NFT artist for Coinbase. What do you think? Should I do it?
No.
It was a good run. We had a good run. Let's see. Yeah, well, I got to cover these two stories real quick before we move on. TikTok's NFT runs into issues as artists reportedly hesitate to participate. What is going on with this? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I saw a story about it the other day. They are screwing up bad.
Now, can we just say something here?
Yeah, Our
TikTok.
show.
If you want your NFTs done right, just call us.
Yeah.
Now look, we don't like the CCP. Okay, we definitely lost a shot here to get in the shot, but we're not big on the CCP. We don't like the Chinese ownership of TikTok, ByteDance, right? But we do know NFTs, and I like a lot of the artists that they're working with. You know, a lot of people I follow on TikTok they want to work with. We can do them for you. We can do a great job, and it'll be successful because you guys have really botched this up. You're making us look bad. Social media platform unveiled plans recently for TikTok moments, comprising of artists such as Lil Nas X and Bella Porch, who rose to stardom after apparently not giving somebody credit. That's a meme if you're on TikTok. Just kidding, Bella. You don't have to get that guy credit. Tokens were to be made available on Ethereum this month. However, despite the hype, the platform attempts to create around the collection. U.S. magazine Rolling Stone claims industry insiders are calling TikTok's efforts anything but successful. 3 persons with knowledge of the effort described it as a challenge, a mess, and a complete joke. How do you botch this up that bad? How do you botch it up that bad? I don't understand. TikTok's first NFT collaboration, which was already supposed to be out. This was already supposed to be out, featuring Lil Nas X and artist Rudy Willingham. It's not been released yet, and a source close says it may not be coming out at all.
Well, now people are pulling out.
Yeah, now Bella Porch is saying that she doesn't know if she wants to be on it now.
Yeah.
So
People don't want to be associated with a flop, especially if you're in the music industry.
yeah, definitely don't want to flop.
And this is they're screwing it up.
Also, Visa launching an NFT program to support digital artists. We won't get too much into this, but this is pretty big news as well. So a lot of stuff going on with NFTs, but I thought NFTs were dead. Ethereum rival Polkadot marks parachain milestone with 25% price surge. Now, you know what they say about parachains.
What?
It's better than a single chain. It's 2 of them at a pair.
Kind of like a pair of Guays.
Kind of like a pair of Guays. The only difference is this is also the name of a very prolific rapper from Atlanta.
Wow.
Okay. He's very tall, too. I wonder how tall he is. How tall is 2 Chainz? I think he's like 6'7". How tall is 2 Chainz? He looks very tall. It might just be because I'm short. He's 6'5". That's tall. 6'5" is very tall.
Yeah.
6'4" is like a standard, like, their tall height.
Yeah. That's the standard tall guy height. Anything above that is very tall.
Yeah, exactly. 6'7" and up is like, whoa. Or 6'5" and up, I mean. Okay, Dot is putting an exclamation point on already a good week. Earlier this fall, Cardano and Solana were lapping up the attention as the 2 ETH killers battled for spots on the crypto leaderboard. Now Polkadot's Dot is throwing elbows to get to the front. Now, we had recently done a video a few, maybe 2 months ago. It was during a live stream. And maybe it was a month ago, somebody asked me about Polkadot. And I was like, I don't even really consider Polkadot to be a competitor or, whatever. And within that same show, or maybe the next day, I realized the fallacy of my thought, which was, oh yeah, just like we were talking about with VeChain. Now that I'm to the point where I was calling Polkadot a very serious competitor a year ago, or even 6 months ago, and now I don't even think it's a competitor, that means the sentiment has bottomed.
Yep.
Right? And I said, you know what? Actually, maybe Polkadot is one to watch. And then we get this announcement. Polkadot has been on a tear. It's going to be at all-time highs very, very soon. Somebody says, should I buy Dot now? Guys, you don't ever really want to buy, like, traditionally you don't want to buy something that's in the green considerably. If it's up 5% maybe, but up, 15%,
25?
20% for the week. What's that?
25% overnight? Yeah. Might want to wait.
Yeah, exactly. You may want to wait for a correction. But we saw with Solana that is not always, it's a standard practice to be successful, but there's always going to be exceptions to the rule. Solana proved to be an exception to the rule for weeks there. So price of DOT rose 25% over 24 hours, part of a 36% gain over the past week to zoom past $42 today. It's probably not a coincidence that after 5 years of development from Parity Technologies, the project announced yesterday it was ready to launch what it calls parachains. Polkadot Leadership Group subsequently voted to begin auctions for parachain slots November 11th. Parachains are their own blockchains that run alongside the main network, kind of similar to what I would, kind of how Cosmos works. It's kind of one central hub and then all of these chains coming off of it. And they're not side chains because a side chain runs parallel with another chain. These all kind of look in this, just imagine a hub with a bunch of spokes coming out of it. That's kind of what it would look like. Polkadot is all about interoperability with an eye toward increasing the number of transactions. DOT is a governance token. You can stake DOT, yada, yada, yada. Do they have nodes? I don't think I guess they do if they have staking, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can run a DOT node. Today's council motion to begin the rollout of parachains on Polkadot is a huge step forward for the industry. It's the only layer 0 protocol in blockchain. Wow, layer 0. We went back in time here. It's designed to disrupt the entire layer 1 landscape in the coming years by dramatically reducing overhead required to secure and connect layer 1s in the form of parachains. Polkadot's the brainchild of Gavin Wood and Robert Habermeyer. Gavin Wood, of course, co-founder of Ethereum. Let's see. In May, they made Polkadot made parachains available on Kusama, sort of testnet for Polkadot features that has its own token, KSM. Within a few days, the price of DOT plummeted by more than a third. So I would say this is a very key sentence here if you're looking at investing in Polkadot. Within a few days, the price of DOT plummeted by more than 1/3. DOT holders are hoping that today's price boost and the emergence of parachains on the main network holds. I mean, look, last time it had a large jump afterwards. It corrected. So yesterday was a lot of hype, a lot of pumping. If you're looking to get in a position in Polkadot, maybe you can get that very soon. But I do believe that, I do believe this will eventually lead to, all-time highs and also maybe a higher ceiling for where Polkadot can go. Because kind of like Cardano, right? Polkadot had that same narrative of, well, what do they have?
Mm-hmm.
We're invested in a ton of Polkadot projects. They're all built on Ethereum.
Yeah.
Like, think about that.
Kind of like a lot of the Cardano ones, same thing. All built on ETH. They want to port over. And kind of what you were talking about when you see an alt have a huge pump and sometimes it just keeps pumping. I would say the closer we get to the true alt season towards the end of this cycle, the more you need to watch for that. The more likely that's going to be where something pumps and then it just pumps again the next day and pumps again a few weeks later. Like, that's how you know we're really at the top.
Have you gone through any, like, how many days through this bull cycle have you felt like were similar to what we experienced in 2017?
None. We haven't.
Same. Like, we've not hit the parabolic time yet.
Yeah.
That's when things are going to go insane. So, who's taller, Ben or Gary Gensler? I think, unfortunately, Dirty Gary is, no, it's Jerome Powell that we looked up. I don't know how tall is Gary Gensler. He could be tall. He is. Oh, didn't we figure out like his height is really hard to find?
Mm-hmm.
I think his height is like hidden, so he must be short. Everybody knows my height, 5'10". Everyone knows it. It's everywhere. I mean, if you search BitBoy, the first thing is BitBoy height. I think it comes up.
That's funny.
At least in my nightmares. Crypto is a major priority for Miami Mayor building city into crypto capital of the world. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez says that crypto is a major priority for him as he attempts to build his city into the crypto capital of the world. I want us to differentiate ourselves as a crypto capital of the U.S. or of the world. He talked about Bitcoin and crypto in an interview with Bloomberg published Tuesday. The mayor has been lobbying lawmakers to allow government employees to be paid in Bitcoin in addition to allowing taxes to be paid in the crypto and for the rest and for the city to invest in a portion of funds into Bitcoin. He was asked how much of a priority crypto initiatives were for him. He said, "It's a major priority for me. It's a major priority for me because I want us to differentiate ourselves as a crypto capital of the United States or of the world. We've done 3 things. One is that we're going to request a proposal in October to allow our employees to get paid in Bitcoin, allow our residents to pay fees in Bitcoin, and even taxes in Bitcoin if the county allows it." So he said Janet Yellen is taller than me. Shut up. Shut up. She's probably 5'4", 5'3". Of course, if we would have been able to hold it the moment that I put the resolution on our agenda, it would be up 30 or 40%. So it would have looked like a genius back then, but that's the way it works. I mean, that's true, right? That's very interesting because now here's the problem with Bitcoin, guys. Here's one of the problems with Bitcoin. Is we're moving now towards the end of this run. What if he doesn't get this approved until December or until January? Then people in the city are getting paid in a depreciating asset and the prices are going down and people are what? They're pissed. They're mad. Like, oh, this was a bad idea. Then what happens? Political opponents start saying, he let these people take Bitcoin and look at the price dropping. Because guys, if you haven't been through a bear market yet, near Gary Coleman. If you haven't been through a bear market yet, you have to understand how bad this gets. This gets really bad. The feelings you are having at the bottom of the mini bear market are nothing compared to the negative feelings you have in a bear market about crypto. Yeah. And it just gets poured on and rained on over and over and over again by everybody out there. You got all these people, Jim Cramer, you'll have all the people on CNBC, you'll have probably Mark Cuban, you'll probably have Kevin O'Leary, as bullish as they are right now. You'll probably have them bearish again. You'll see all these flip-floppers, and it'll make you mad. And that's what we'll see. This is the perfect kind of story here to get assaulted during a bear market. Because why would the city, think about this, what if you get your taxes paid in Bitcoin? Well, you pay your taxes in Bitcoin, and then the price plummets. Now, the city loses money. So now you got a lot of people angry at you. Now you're having to look at budget cuts. Now, will they automatically move it over to, to dollars? Probably not. Talk about wanting to have a large amount on their treasury. So it's just a complicated thing. I do think the mayor of Miami is a good guy. I don't think he's in the financial cartel. I think he's honest and legit. And I think he really does believe, he really does believe in crypto. But this is the thing with these 4-year cycles. There's good times to go at stuff like this, and there's bad times to go at stuff like this. So he said, pointing out Bitcoin prices around $55,000. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the last story here. We'll go ahead and skip over, said my piece on that. Cardano Foundation partners with Rival to develop NFT marketplaces. Now, I'll tell you this. I would never, ever team up with my rival. I would not do that.
Well, I don't know if I think this is the company rival, not their rival, right? Or
well, companies have rivals and people have rivalries too.
Right. But I thought you did partner up with your rival.
I did. Dang, that's right. I did partner up with my rival. How stupid of me.
Here we are.
Here we are together.
Whether we like it or not.
Like it or not. Love it or leave it. Well, you can't leave it, so you better love it.
Yeah.
We already went through that once. Cardano Foundation partners with Rival to develop NFT marketplaces. Guys, Rival is do you know about this company? It's a gaming company?
Yeah, I mean, not a lot about it, but a little.
Yeah. The Cardano Foundation blazes on with its plans to further push the adoption and utilization of the Cardano blockchain in a recent partnership. The world-leading Swiss nonprofit organization announced its partnership with Rival Games. The prominent esport and gaming brand delivers unique and interactive platforms for loyal fan engagement. Partnership will facilitate the creation and distribution of NFTs and NFT-based digital assets. It will also facilitate the redemption of NFTs for goods and services. Even more market-based royalties will enter the Rival platform. The modern fan has gravitated from one-on-one experience. Now the consumption of content has moved more into interactive mobile experiences. So this is a big opportunity for Cardano as these companies partner together. But here's the thing. We've been having some very interesting conversations with some people on some different, levels of entertainment and how we can weave NFTs into these different areas. And TJ, I was thinking about. I know you sent a message in our work communications about think of every kind of entertainment
Mhm.
as a possible NFT, and I
Mhm.
came up with a good one.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't go to strip clubs.
Oh gosh.
I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. I don't go to strip clubs.
Okay, good.
I do not go to strip clubs. But no, the form of entertainment I was thinking about was pay-per-view movies.
Okay.
Okay, so hear me out on this.
Or how about pay-per-view fights?
Yeah, pay-per-view events, certainly. But I was thinking specifically on movies.
Mhm.
I have DirecTV. Okay, I have DirecTV, and our kids wanted to rent a movie, right? Boss Baby. The first Boss Baby.
Yeah.
A few years ago. They were real little. And for some reason, I couldn't get like the $3.99, or $4.99 one to work. So I had to like buy the movie. It was $19.99 to buy, or maybe it was $29.99. I don't remember. But I bought it, but it was always going to be stored on my DirecTV.
Yep.
Well, you know what happened? I canceled my DirecTV and changed over to Comcast.
Now you lost the movie.
And you know what happened is I decided in the first 2 days, that was a terrible, terrible move. I hate Comcast, Infinity, whatever they're called. I hate them so much that I went back to DirecTV, and I got DirecTV to give me a better deal and all this stuff for the NFL package. But just in the 2 days that I had not had DirecTV and they sent it back to me, I lost the movie.
Yep.
I didn't own the movie. It was so similar to like what you talk about with kids and games and the skins for Fortnite and stuff.
Mhm.
You don't actually own those. Well, they said I owned the movie. I bought it, but I really didn't own it. That's a great utility where
Yeah.
you buy the right to the movie and you have it basically everywhere.
Yep.
You can put it on your DirecTV or your cable or your PlayStation or Xbox if you're into bad controllers.
In the future, all digital IP will be on an NFT. And so the biggest ways we see, I mean, obviously we're here in Atlanta, which is for most people's opinions, kind of the capital of the entertainment industry in
Right
the
now it is.
US. It's past LA, it's past New York. So, I mean, between the music, the movies, and the television series that are made here, there's huge opportunities. So I think, yeah, music is going to be a huge one. TV and film and entertainment in general, events, concerts, all that sort of stuff. And then in-game items next. I mean, there's huge opportunities in all of them. Everybody's focused on the in-game item stuff right now, but there's a lot of stuff being left on the table in the entertainment industry. I know Fox launched an NFT division for a lot of their media properties, but that's just starting to scratch the surface. There's so much out there.
Yeah, it's going to be really amazing to see what happens. We've been telling you forever, the collectibles with NFTs. This is just phase one.
Yeah.
Can you scroll up on YouTube just slightly? Wanted to reference this song right there. Sebastian suggests we do a remix of Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up," featuring Tom McDonald, Akon, BitBoy, and Jeb&M.
I like it.
Jeb&M. That's pretty
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's all we got for today. I got some stuff I got to go run do. I think it was a good show today. We
Yeah.
talked about a lot of interesting stories, and hope you guys had a good time. Let's see if we can get Bitcoin to new all-time highs here pretty soon. Pretty exciting to watch. I will be back on Monday. Is today Friday or Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
I'll be back tomorrow for another live stream, and of course, I'll be on Around the Blockchain this afternoon. I can't remember my own schedule. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out. Oh, God, I dropped my phone.